What is up, good people? Junglelink here. Hope you're doing well. I got the following comment from Damos5791 on my last video, and they said the following. Do you think we see $5 XRP this cycle? How about 8, 9, or 10? Do you think the price could go even higher? I get some variation of this time and time again. To be clear, if I knew that answer, I wouldn't be working for a living, and I darn sure wouldn't be making YouTube videos. And so I ran some information through this local LLM I had to produce some reports, to do some forecasts, what is realistic, what can we expect. I thought I would go over that with you. Maybe I'll do an article to put all the minutia and detail and calculations up on junglelinkxrp.com. Link down below. Maybe I'll put that out tomorrow. But today I just want to talk about the rough numbers and kind of what I came up with. I looked at cycles of Bitcoin growth and altcoin growth and did some weighted averages and looked at some different stuff. And this is really a simplified overview of all of that. The report starts by saying forecasting XRP's potential new all-time high involves unique challenges. The asset was heavily affected by regulatory issues during the 2021 bull run, limiting its growth due to delistings on U.S. exchanges and the ongoing lawsuit with the SEC. And I'll tell you this, it didn't just limit its price. You see the world of difference now that that court case is over in terms of new features that are coming, new apps launching on the chain, different developments, interest to launch a XRP ETF. Like, there's a lot going on now that we didn't get that last time around because of the risk and because of the SEC scrutiny. So while we have some catching up to do in terms of price, we also have it in terms of development and onboarding and adoption. That really zapped a lot out of us. Numbers we use for 2017, it's debatable. We used an all-time high of $3.84, and it's a similar issue even with 2021. There's some different, was it $1.80, $1.82? The number we came up with is $1.96, so close enough, rounding errors here. We looked at prior performance from 17 to 21, and again, this is a different world we're in, and crypto's at a different spot, but we kind of tried to track growth through these cycles. We looked at Ethereum, Cardano, Monero, Ethereum Classic, Basic Attention Token, Waves, a various basket of assets. I did pull out BNB and Doge from this weighted average because those wildly overperformed. BNB did a 70x, Doge a 45x. And of course, there's a lot of coins in here that did not set new all-time highs. Coins such as EOS, interesting enough, XLM, Neo, Dash, some of those coins their better days are behind them, of course. But XRP's not the only coin of the bunch that didn't set a new all-time high. Some of them didn't have SEC lawsuits. They just failed to do so. So we kind of set some baselines from there as well. And so there's some different ways we can approach this. But if we take not XRP's all-time high, but last cycle's high, and we use this multiplier of growth, this kind of average we built out, times the previous cycle, we can estimate an XRP of about $7.66. Now, the AI came up with this, what they called a catch-up effect. Due to delisting and regulatory uncertainty, since a lot of that is behind us, you could extrapolate that XRP should get where it would have went and done some sort of multiplier off of that. Again, that's debatable because we had some, very real harm in terms of adoption and building, but it felt for comparison purposes that we should do that. And so it came up with, if we have this catch-up effect, you may see a price as high as $19.55. Could it reasonably, logically, possibly go higher than that? Of course, crypto is crazy town. No one can tell you with certainty, how high things will go. How am I approaching this? Well, I'm going to watch how things develop. Of course, if we see major adoption of the XRP ledger for payments, and it doesn't have to be the XRP token either. It could be, big names using Ripple's stablecoin or the ledger in some manner to send payments. That's fine with me. If we see some big names using this tech to settle payments, not just your Bitsos and your FOMO pays, but, someone bigger, you can add a big multiplier on there. Of course, we've seen meme coins start to heat up with First Ledger. Do we see more interesting apps that get retail using the ledger for a practical purpose? Whether we like the purpose or not, do we see a flurry of activity there? Because that could be huge. If you have people using the ledger, using XRP to do things, that could be a game changer. Is there an end to this SEC court case? An unexpected closure to that appeal could happen, especially post-election. We'll see if there's a shakeup at the SEC. And lastly, do any ETFs go live? And it doesn't have to be a BlackRock, doesn't have to be a Fidelity, but if some ETFs go live, that could be a game changer as well. And there's all sorts of things that I can't even think about. So I'm kind of watching this thing day by day. Could my opinion change a week, a month, a quarter from now? You betcha. I expect 2025 to be explosive. What am I aiming for? Honestly, probably that $5 to $5.50 range. Now, half the people out there listening think I'm nuts and I'm throwing away a once-in-a-lifetime opportunity. Fine. The other half think it'll never hit that high. That's just kind of what I'm aiming for right now. That's my honest opinion. Shooting for $5, $5.50, something like that. And we'll adjust as we go. We got some time here. We got some cooking, but I believe 2025 you will see a full-on crypto bull run. Altcoins going crazy, in my opinion, can drastically change. If I sell most of my XRP, all of my XRP, a big chunk of it at $5, and then it shoots up to 10 or 15, am I going to be kicking myself? No, I'm not a fortune teller. For all the time I was acquiring XRP, it's going to be a heck of a lot of money. If we get there, we got to get there first. And I stand by what I said a couple weeks ago. I don't think we're quite there where you could say XRP is a great blockchain and asset that you want to hold through bull runs and bear markets. That could change. Again, if we see massive adoption, if we see some shakeup in the network here, where Ripple doesn't dominate to the same extent. If you read through Fit 21, one of the interesting components, if you want to avoid security status with that proposed bill, didn't go through, who knows if this part makes it, but if you hold more than 20% of the supply, well, you may get security status. And so if that went through and Ripple had to, do something with a large amount of that XRP, whether that's give it to a development arm or an unrelated foundation, or, they were able to do something a little more constructive with that XRP, that could be a game changer. That could change this network. Networks don't stay in their same status over the long run. So if we saw some foundational shift there, that really, I looked at this and said, you know what, XRP's right there with Bitcoin and Ethereum, then I'll be willing to hold for higher and higher prices because I don't mind if I hit another bear market. I don't feel we're there right now. For me personally, you may, and that's great. That's why we all have our own portfolios and our own investments. That's just me being as honest as I can. And if something like that is going to happen, hopefully it happens sooner than later so I see it before I sell. But those are the risks with any sort of investing. Let me know what you think down below. As always, please like, please subscribe. The revolution will be televised right here on Jungle Link.